Hello, everybody. I just want to thank you so much for tuning in again today. As you know, last week we talked about sleep and the importance of sleep to get our bodies well rested so that we can revive ourselves on a regular basis. And then the other thing was the importance of water. Well, today we're going to be talking about one more aspect of really helping yourself get on a healthier track for 2018 is we're going to talk about exercise and the importance of moving your body, and then I'll come back and talk about some tools of nutrition that will help you have that energy to move that body to get it going. And so I have with us today my friend Eileen Downes, who has a fitness studio in Pine Bush, New York, and she's going to be talking to you about how to get your body moving. Okay, thank you. Go.
Thanks, Carol, for having me today. It's a pleasure to talk about exercise, nutrition, and the video that you did on water and sleep was so beneficial. And so movement. A lot of people have a hard time fitting fitness into their lives. And I always say, start where you are. And, you know, sometimes people get discouraged because they feel whether they're struggling with their weight or they may be struggling with some sort of, some sort of challenge that they're having physically, whether it's an autoimmune disease or some sort of injury that they're worried about moving their body, and they don't do anything because they feel that would make things worse. And to be perfectly honest, fitness and movement is essential to healing the body. So whatever you have going on, movement is great. So the thing is, I think, is to find out what is the best movement for you and explore that. I teach functional fitness, which is full body fitness, but the core of my fitness methodology is mindfulness. And so I always say, start where you are. And to be honest with you, the truth is that you're always starting at the core of your well-being. No matter what you have going on in your body physically, your true essence is well-being. So I always encourage people to start there, emotionally, physically, and mentally, and spiritually. So anyway, movement, start walking. You can even start by parking your car farther away from the building or the supermarket, or taking stairs. You can get up in the morning and just, do some arm circles and shoulder shrugs and just start somewhere. And then you can join a community like the one that I have in Pine Bush, which I serve women, and join a group so you can get that support and that community. So it's so important to move the body. Our bodies are meant to move. And if you need the support, reach out, get a buddy, start walking with a friend, and get moving. No matter what you're going through, movement is essential.
So Eileen, I was going to ask you a couple of questions.
Okay.
How'd you pause it? Go ahead.
Okay. You want to ask questions?
Yes. One of the questions that I wanted to ask you is, in your fitness classes, do you incorporate things like stretching?
Oh, yes. So we start always with a warm-up. It's important to prepare your body for the workout. Then we do probably a 30-minute full body workout. And everything can be modified depending on where you are starting from. And then we go into a full body cool down stretch, and then into a nice meditation to clear the mind and open up to a new day. Well, and then if you're coming at night, to get a good night's sleep.
Right, yeah, we mustn't forget that.
I know.
Yeah.
So yes, stretching is so important. So we definitely have enough time to stretch, but I always encourage people to stretch more when they go home, throughout the day, in their shower. Stretching is really important for the healing process and
Okay, so that's good. I'm glad to hear that. And can you tell us a little bit about what type of fitness you run at your studio?
Yeah, we work with resistance, so with some weight, but I always, if somebody's just showing up, I just said their body weight is enough. And fitness is just like life. It's progressive. So you start where you are and you will progress. And that's where the mindfulness comes in, to really get to know your body and to feel the progression and to just honor where you're at. But yeah, so we work, functional fitness is what I call it, and we're combining a lot of muscles and joints at the same time with the movement. So we might do a squat and a overhead press, or a lunge and a bicep curl. I do integrate some Pilates and yoga in there as well. So it's very varied from day to day. We use a lot of tools like stability balls, steps, body bars, free weights, kettlebells.
So you make it fun with the diversity.
Yeah, I like to, keep the fun in functional fitness. Yeah,
Right.
So, and it really is, it's a lot of fun being in the group, and we play some good music, and I try to keep the fun in it, because if it's, if it's not fun, it's not really worth doing. But,
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, Eileen,
Thank
for
you so much,
joining us
Carol.
today.
I hope this helps.
Okay. And everybody needs to move at some point, somehow, all the time if they can.
And it's important to have your rest days as well.
Yes.
If you get 3 days of fitness in a week, that is awesome. Even 2, I even tell my clients, 2 days that you're really showing up and moving the body, for the full hour, that's a good start.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Switch again. I want to thank Eileen so much for sharing about her fitness studio and some good concepts in helping you get started. However, when you do get started on a fitness program and everything, it's really important to support your body before and after. And Shackley's got some products around that they've been having out. They've been around for years, and they just came out with a new program, and it's actually called a performance program. And they have 2 new products: a build product that is totally grass-fed whey. It's 100% that, and it's very low in calories for those people who are getting fit but want their muscles fed right after a workout but don't want all the calories, because a lot of times exercise is part of weight loss. It's a part of tightening. Actually, it's part of having more space in your clothes, because muscle takes up less space than fat. And so that's the part that most of us need to really look at, because muscle actually weighs more than fat. So we may not want the scale to go down as much as we want the inches to go down. So Shackley has 2 products in the build line. They have the build that I mentioned, that is grass-fed whey protein and low in calories, and then they have the Build Plus, which is their old product Physique, which has been around and extremely successful for years. My son Adam, who's a marathon runner, this Physique he used for breakfast the day he ran the New York Marathon, which was 2009. He used this for breakfast, and then he had some later after we ate, because he was starving when he got done. So we went and ate, and then he had some Physique when he got back to his apartment. and the Build Plus. And it really made a difference for his run, because he had been running all through college, and he'd end up sick at his long distant runs. And so this was one of his biggest concerns, was not being sick when he finished the New York Marathon. Well, he came in 113th. And his comment to us when he finished, he said, if I knew I was that close to being under 100, I would have pushed it. But I didn't want to be sick when I finished the race. Mm-hmm. But we had already talked to a nutritionist at Shackley, and she advised him to put this product, the Build Plus, the Physique, into his oatmeal that morning, as well as drink some of the Hydrate Plus product, which is the old Shackley Performance. They have a new Hydrate product, which I think is perfect for me. It has that sodium and potassium level that's really, really good to replace those electrolytes, but it doesn't have the calories. It's got, what, 2 calories in it? That's terrific. What a great product. So one of the other products that I want to mention to you too is Shackley makes a meal replacement product. The thing that's unique about this, and also their Build products, is there's an ingredient in there called leucine, and that leucine helps to build muscle mass, and that's what you want, is more muscle and less fat. So, and every time somebody decides, oh, I need to lose 20 pounds or 30 pounds or more, they lose muscle, and you don't want to lose muscle. You want to be eating foods that are rich in leucine, because that will help maintain your muscle mass. That's where the Build and the Build Plus come in, and also these meal replacement shakes, which they're vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, cafe latte, and every now and then they get an extra special flavor in there like peach. So, and then the other thing too is to have a good base of nutrients in your body as well. You know, we want to be eating perfectly, but for us today, it's really hard and expensive to eat perfectly. So a good solution is to be getting a good multivitamin, which is in here, a good B complex and vitamin C, which is this combination. This breaks down within 15 minutes of in your body. This breaks down over an 8-hour period. And then you have fish oils, very important to keep your heart healthy, and this is Heart Month here in February. And then this product is Vivix, and it helps with inflammation, it helps with just every cell in the body to make it really viable and healthy. So I take this every day, I drink my shake, I use this, the Hydrate, when I am exercising. Right now it's physical therapy. And I use my Build product, and Randy's really using the Build product right now because he had knee replacement surgery. So after his physical therapies, he drinks his Build product. So what you can do is, if you're interested in joining any of Eileen's classes, you can contact her through her website. Eileen, can you share your website?
Absolutely. It's True Essence, TrueEssence, fit.com, FIT. So I would love to support you in any way I can.
Okay, all right. And if you're interested in tasting or getting a sample of any of these products, you can contact the person that sent you here today to listen to this video clip. So, and thank you so much for joining us at Shackley Health Chats _burn/Hurst group. Have a great week, everybody.